guys. Hello everybody. It's about that time again. It's about that time again. We're just getting ready. I'm getting situated. I we're about to get started, right? So I'm just getting all my stuff together. So I'll be a few minutes, guys. Sit tight. I have a plan, right? So what I think I'll do is even though we've been through this show before, what I want to do is I want to make a build that we will actually keep this time around. So I do have an idea. I don't want to do arcane build because I don't. Right, I'll do that in my off time, but I do want to make a build that I like, and you have me talking about this weapon before. I do want to see if we can maximize its damage potential. I want to see how much we can actually use it. Right, I know it has some major flaws, but I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a rifle spear build, and basically that entails us getting the rifle spear and building our stats around it, seeing if we could really maximize the damage that comes with it. It does have its shortcomings. I'll talk about that once we come across enemies that I have a clear disadvantage against. So it'll be mostly the rifle, and then we'll use like maybe pistols and stuff like that to offset some of the damage, hopefully. And that is the plan, guys. Sit tight, give me a few minutes. I'm gonna get some water, I'm gonna get a snack, I'm gonna get stuff to keep me going. Sit tight, guys. We'll start the character edit stuff as soon as I sit down. I have a bunch of pre-mades, we can take a look at them. If you guys like any in particular, want me to use it, we'll do that too. Just a minute, folks. All right, guys, I am back. Let's I was kind of hoping that the cinema would start playing, but I think we had to be a little bit further back. Like I didn't have to hit any buttons. With that said, let's just start new game, and hopefully we can bring this
Oh, yeah.
guy into the dungeons and everything like that. Because I'll be more happy with this build so far. Right? Like, oh, that's the plan anyway.
Well, you've
And
come
we
to
can
the
see what we
right
can really
place.
do. Right? We'll try to do a legit
Yarnum is the
playthrough as
home
possible,
of
which
blood
means I won't do any
administration.
of like
You
the little
need only
cheating dungeons
unravel
and
its
stuff like
mystery.
that. Not cheating dungeons, but we won't
Where's
use
an
any
outsider
player-made
like yourself
dungeons.
to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yarnum blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
Sorry, guys. Just having some water. So, like I said, guys, we're planning this out, right? We're gonna have a good plan. I want to be rifle spear, mostly rifle spear, right? So, um, what I think we will do is have a lone survivor, high life essence, and vigor. And I will do this, right? And then we also have a name picked out because I guess we're gonna be little RP boy today, and I want a name that I feel like fits in the universe or whatever, right? So we'll go with Armand. Now, in terms of appearance, we have some things we want to pick from, right? We'll take a look at them, but I already have the one that I want to use in mind. But we'll take a look at all the stuff that I have, and if you guys really want to see me use the other ones, right? We could talk about that. And while we're starting, guys, welcome, welcome, guys. Anybody new here? Glad to have you. If you're watching on YouTube, appreciate the views, guys. I would hope that you would want to watch me live after all this time. There's a link to my channel in the description of the video, guys. My name is Frank Gallows, and I stream every day, or as often as possible. And with all that out the way, let's get started. Playing Bloodborne, if you guys couldn't tell. And we have some presets here. So I wanted my characters to look good, first of all. So a lot of these are using Zuli the Witch's NPC phase datas, and we have them slightly tweaked to, more to my liking, right? So I think this is the Bestial Hunter. This is like Henrik, right? This is Yamamura. I think this is the old hunter guy from the DLC movies, right? Etc. Etc. They don't look one-to-one, right? They're tweaked color-wise and eye-wise and stuff like that. I can't say the exact tweaking because I forget, right? But they're tweaked to my liking. We'll take a look at them real quick. So we have this guy. I think I'm going to make him like a Beast Claw build or something like that, right? A Beast Adele build. We have this guy. We're already using the Rider Palash for him. We have Yamamura. This might be the Blood Tinged dude we're going to use. We have this guy, Mr. Generic Old Hunter Man. But I like him. We also have this guy. I'm planning on doing another Vite Gouge Arcane build, like tweaked. Unfortunately, like I said, guys, you can't spec your stats, so once you're locked in, you're locked in. You got to be careful with that. Right, we have this guy. I just needed like a good model for like a black character, because it's hard to make them in this game. The hair textures, they don't have that many hairs, like hairstyles, right? It's all the old English hairstyles. And then we have Mr. Pepe here, Mr. Pepe the Frog. I just thought it was funny. We'll probably use him for something silly, like Max Arcane or something like that. And then we have this guy. This wasn't from Zuli the Witch, right? This was like someone had like handsome male Bloodborne face slider, so I just put that in there just in case. And he's tweaked a little bit. The eye colors are different, and the hair is the hair color is a little off, but this is as close as it gets. So what I do believe is we're either going to use this dude here or Mr. Old Hunter Man here, and I'm kind of leaning towards this one, especially going into the origin story, right? Because I guess we're gonna count the origin for like his background. He's a lone survivor, so something happened long ago. He's a lone survivor, right? This guy will fit the build too, kinda. I mean, all of them would in a way, but we're leaning towards him, right? I'm leaning towards him. That's what I'm trying to say. But we could do him too. I mean, so here's the thing. If you guys notice, I have a lot of characters with white hair. That's mostly because I don't like wearing helmets, right? So, like, if it comes down to it, because you do need to wear something, right? Like we'll put the knight's wig on the back of the head. And the knight's wig is a ponytail, but it counts as like a headpiece, right? It counts as armor for your head. So if we do use this one, we might just tweak the hair to be a little bit more whitish. So I'm gonna put that up in the poll, guys. Straw poll going on. Cast your votes, guys. I'll give you a few minutes, and we'll go by numbers, right? This will be we'll do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So number 4, number 8. Alright, guys, get those votes in. Get those votes in. Yeah, which one? This one, guys. Is it this one here? No, it's getting awfully close, by the way, folks. And as far as the gameplay goes, we're probably just going to try to make a beeline to the rifle spear. That way we can get started with the build and start like putting stuff in it, leveling it up. That is the plan right now. Also, guys, if you hear like sirens and stuff in the background, sorry about that. Can't do nothing about it. I live in New York. I live in the city. So you're going to be hearing sirens and ambulances and stuff like that. Can't do much about it. Moving on. Alright, I do think we'll just use this one right here. Right, we'll use good old number 4. That sounds like a plan, doesn't it? Or should we use number 8? I don't want to waste too much time here because, you know, we do have to get started with the playthrough. So we're going to have to get the thing so we could do the things in the game, right? Now, here's the problem. If we have him, we're going to have to tweak him a little bit, which takes up more time. And I'm perfectly aware that I'm taking up a lot of time now, too. I'm sorry. That's just how it goes sometimes. You guys want Pepe? Pepe's pulling through in the polls, but I don't know about that, folks. We need to save him for a special occasion. All right, you guys convince me. We'll use him. We'll use Mr. Bloodborne, man, Mr. Old Hunter. Sure, why not? And we have to make sure his voice is proper. Maybe we'll do that one, right? I don't know why it feels like we need to save this dude for something special. But what could be more special than a rifle spear build? Right, what could be more special than that? This is part of the painful process of like really being into character create. Let's take a look at his origin again, right? Let's see what it says. Lone survivor of a lost hamlet. High life essence and vigor. Okay. Alright, so yeah, we can use the lone survivor. So a lot of these like have something slightly to do with the game's story, right? We won't go too much into it, but as you guys know, down in the hamlet, what they call the hamlet here is Old Yarnum, and that's where all the boomhammers went and they burnt up all the beasts real good. So they are a little bit older. Alright, so I think we could use him for that. I think that makes sense. Okay. And even though you know, the age is young, he does look older. So we use the voice. We'll use aged voice, right? Everything has been done build-wise, so we need to worry about that. Lone survivor. Like I spent a lot of time on Mugen Monkey. If you guys don't know what that is, they have like a lot of Souls character builders, right? So we're following a plan that I worked up. That's why we're going lone survivor, and we're gonna go high skill, enough blood tinge to equip the weapon, you know, 50 vite, some of the basic stuff. We might tweak the strength a little bit because I do want to be able to hold the Gatling gun. So I think that's what we're gonna do. And with that said, let's get started with the playthrough, guys. Let me just make sure that we have the right everything. Okay. Okay. I'm happy with this. And like I said, guys, if you're following this, along with this build, this is a rifle spear build. If you guys want to make one, feel free to copy this one because we are planning to just be specifically tailored for it. Some other weapons that'll work with this are the Rider Palash, some of the skill-based weapons, but we're going to try to focus on the rifle spear, and we're going to try to like do some legit challenge dungeons eventually.
Now, let's begin.
We're gonna skip this part. All right, guys. Let's get it going, shall we? So, like I said, I do want to run to our desired weapon. So we're gonna have to try not to die. I'm gonna do my best to not die until we get up to a certain spot. Which means we're in for a little bit of a... As fast as you are, sometimes you, like, you know, unless you're like a top tier speedrunner, you kind of hurt yourself by not having a weapon right off the bat. Sometimes it's quicker just to kill the enemy and not dodge and duck and dip and dive and dodge the whole time. Right, trying not to get hurt. Sometimes it's easier just to take out the problem. In the video game, guys. In the video game. Don't get any ideas. So that means that we're gonna do a lot of like, hey, look at me. Right, come on, come here. Right, a lot of training with the enemies, because I just want to be able to run away from him. As you can see, he's being a jerk. There we go. I just needed him to spend the time attacking, so I didn't get hit off the ladder. He can hit you off the ladder, guys. If he does that torch poke, it kind of counts as like 2 hits, because it's 2 hits. Right, so... keep in mind he does climb up this damn thing. So whatever you're doing here, be quick about it.
Oh, well, I don't think I could stand if I
As you can see, that's me mashing it. I'm trying to make sure he doesn't attack the window, because it might count and aggro our little friend here. And even though we're not going to use the flame sprayer, I still want him to give it to me. Right, because I'll get very annoyed. I'll get very annoyed if he doesn't give me my item. So this is what we're gonna do, guys. Right, we're gonna hit. Running simulator. Oh yeah, This is a run I want to do and keep, right? Because I want to keep the character I'm making. If you missed it, we are making a rifle spear build. Right, we're going to focus on using the rifle spear. What that means is we're going to have high skill, a little bit of strength. Right, we're going to try to maximize the damage. Also, I don't have a rifle spear build ready already, right? So we're going to do that. Let's open up these shortcuts. Also, we're running to everything, right? Because we want the rifle spear as quick as possible, which means a lot of this right here, a lot of footsteps, a lot of shoot-based express stuff. We're just opening these shortcuts, guys, in case I get hit. No cigar today, right? Do everything as fast as humanly possible. Now, what I do want is the saw spear first, right? I want the saw spear. I want to talk to Eileen, and I want, I want to have a weapon in my hand. And I guess we'll, depending on where we're at, grab some of the gear. These dogs will follow you forever, so be careful. They might even jump down here sometimes. You have to just be fast, guys, right? Let's karate chop that down there. It's very odd, right, that they gave you a karate chop for your melee. I wonder why they did that. I don't know if anybody here told me, but I saw the Beast Wars, it's not the Beast Wars, right, but the new Transformer trailer, and Optimus Primal was in it, and he looks fucking awesome. I mean, granted, like, they are supposed to look exactly one for one like a gorilla, etc., but he looks really cool. He looks very nice. I never thought I'd see him in a live-action movie ever, so unexpected. They're looking nice. I don't think the movie's gonna be good, mind you, right? I want it to be good, because I only ever liked the first Transformers, honestly. We're having issues now. I'm trying not to fall off the edge. Let me just slowly creep my way towards this. Okay, we made it. And now we're just gonna right, grab this. Come down here. Make sure the rest of them follow us. Fire up. These guys can kill you sometimes. You have to be careful. I honestly don't know how many they have, because I saw part 1. It was cool, right? I saw it in the movies. It was cool. It was alright, like I said, as much as I watched Transformers when I was younger, I don't like know all the lore. Right, I remember watching the OG animated movie, which was really good. But part 1 was good, it was serviceable. And then part 2 was a little iffy. And then I'll be honest, I don't remember what happened in part 3. And then it just kept going. And then it just kept freaking going, and I fell off pretty far. I wanted it to, to keep going and like be great, but such is the fate of old series like that. But with that said, the Optimus Primal looks really cool, and unfortunately, I do think the movie is not going to be good, right? But he looks amazing in there. Yeah, me neither. Like I know they started doing like Bumblebee movies and stuff like that, like spin-offs. I was just over it. I was just over it really quickly. And we're running out of time with that voice actor. He's really old. I believe that's the original Optimus, right? English voice actor, usually. Peter Cullen is his name, I believe. Not that I'm saying he's gonna die right away, but he's up there in the years. Definitely is.
My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so. Oh, if.
That's me mashing the buttons, right? Like. Yes, yes, yes. I think that's a Bloodstone shard, which is why I want to go over there, because I want to get this spear like up to +3. Nope. As quick as possible. Unfortunately, I think that's about all we can get right now. Alright. Crisis averted. Crisis averted. All we have left is this rifleman. And he lost sight of the target. So, we can either go kill the cleric beast or we can run straight to Gascoigne. Actually what we should do is get our armor set first, right? Because it's better than wearing this foreigner garb. So I think we'll do that very quick. And then we can run back and we can either try to kill Gascoigne, which might be a little rough because I don't have the axe, so we can't use the space we have to our advantage, right? Or we can purposefully die, and get the hunter's axe. Oh my god, I forgot to put my gun in my hand. I forgot I don't even have a gun. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made, guys. Oh crap. Sorry. Okay, you forgot about me. Whew. He ain't wanting it anyway. Oh, okay. Everything's fine, guys. Everything's fine. I'm a professional. I'm a professional. Yep, just in the sewers in Oriana. Yeah, technically we don't even really need to fight him. Oh, you piece of crap. Alright, now he has to go. Now he has to go. This is for wasting time on that playthrough. A lot of times these animals don't venture too far, but I do see a fluffy rat over here for some reason. And he couldn't mind his business, could he? That was all his fault. That was all his fault. God damn it. Also, guys, I did start publishing the videos again here on Twitch exclusively if you want to start watching them on Twitch, like if you don't want to go all the way to YouTube. It doesn't seem like we're going to have any issues. I think maybe the game I was playing, maybe the soundtrack in itself was copyrighted. So, all I got to do... it's published almost, you know, the video is done. So hopefully it stays like that. We don't have any troubles. I keep forgetting that I don't have a pistol. So let's open up this last shortcut, and then what I think I'll do is I'll go back to the Hunter's Dream. Alright, we're trying to be as quick as possible. I know I'm using like half-ass speedrun tactics, but that's because I'm not a speedrunner. So I'm sorry. The smart thing would actually be to kill the Cleric Beast. Right, that way we get our insight, and we get some experience as well. So now I just ran in a big circle. Oh, you... Oh, good, good. Thank you. Like I just try to ignore them right because I can't be bothered to go in there and stuff like that. I know a lot of people do it, right? I know a lot of people do it, and I understand why. I'm not saying it's right or wrong or anything like that. I understand. It's hard out there. It's hard out there. You gotta grind, but you know I want to do this honestly. I don't want it to grow organically. And I do believe, you know, given enough time, I think I was watching like a Moist Critical video the other day, and he said that a lot of the average streamers have like maybe like 5 viewers, like, and if you have like more than 5 viewers, you're like in some of the higher percents. I do wholeheartedly believe that we will make it there, and when we do, have a whole 5 viewers, right? That I did it all by myself, right? It is a numbers game though, and the more people you have, we're just gonna try to kill the Cleric Beast, I think. Sometimes I swear to God they're like reading my mind, because they fight a lot differently. Different from what I remember them fighting like. It's reading my inputs, guys. I don't like that. Stop reading it. But you know, as far as that buying stuff and stuff, I do understand it. I'm not gonna do it. Come on, you. Luckily, we do have the Sauce Gear. He's extremely weak to it. He doesn't like it. I mean, she, right? I think this is a lady. I could be wrong. I know it's not the best like camera angle wise, but this is just something you gotta do. Especially at a low level like this. Oh, I'm out of stamina. I do believe he's healing there. Let's back up a little bit. Let's try to top our health. This game used to be really frustrating for me to play. Mostly because of these big windshield wiper attacks, right? Unfortunately, we're not gonna make him crumple. He might make me crumple. I gotta be careful. Okay. I don't think so. We are assuming, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not respecting the plans. I don't think you could parry him. What I do know you can do though is, and also we don't have a gun yet. No gun to be had. Uh, Most enemies like that, they do have a weak spot. Usually it's the head, right? So you would basically bone marrow ash up, and shoot them in the head until they crumple, and then you could get a visceral off. I do believe that's how it is for these cleric beasts. But we had no gun, guys. We are gunless. We're gonna get a gun right now, I hope. Even though I think we're gonna have to teleport back in so that the dog gets activated. We're gonna skip this cutscene. We've seen it, guys. We've seen it. Yeah, we're gonna have to come back in, but we will get our gun. We'll get the axe. You know why? And we'll get the blunderbuss. Why not? Guys, I didn't talk about this, but the notebook is to leave messages out in the world, right? Let's take a look at it. Messengers are the inhabitants of the dream who revere the brave hunters. Use them to send messages to other worlds. Leave notes for messengers. Read the notes left to messengers in other worlds, and rate notes to reach out to hunters across planes of existence. So it's the message system, so if you see something cool, or if something's like on a ledge and you want to point someone in the right direction, remember it's online only, right? So you can leave a note for them. We're not online right now, guys. Let's also put our pistol on. There we go. That's the stuff right there. And what we're gonna do is, we're gonna go to the first floor so that we could get Yosefka started, because I think what we'll do this playthrough is send everybody to her clinic, since we sent everybody to the church the first time around. And we'll see what happens to them, right? And then we'll talk to Gilbert, again, just to make sure that we progress his dialogue a little bit. And then we'll go back to the hunter's dream from that lamp, and we'll grab our levels real quick. I am following my own guide, right? Like I said, I took a lot of time to make this build on Mugen Monkey. Try to make sure it was just right, so I'm going to be referring to that. If you guys want to follow along, I can save the build, I guess, and leave it on Mugen Monkey. I never did that before, though. If you guys don't know what Mugen Monkey is, or if you're just tuning in, that's a site where like a lot of like Dark Souls / Bloodborne character create like build stat sheets.
Are you? Then I'm
so you can plan your builds out.
Are you?
Okay. So let's get them ready. Alright, we have our Yosefka's blood vial. You know, it doesn't hurt to use these things. I don't know why I never used those vials. I'm not sure if it's a super limited resource and you can never get any more, which you probably can't, right? It probably is like you can only get it a certain number of times. Because spoiler alert, she does go bye-bye, right? So it does make sense. First parry of the day. Oh, we missed. Epic fail. Yeah, got him. Second time. I usually always land that. Usually. I can't say I always landed it now because I clearly missed on camera. Okay, so we're progressing his storyline, and now that you have, so basically, guys, if you want the doll to activate, you need to have one insight, right? You don't got to spend it; you need to have one insight, and you have to have been to the hunter's dream before and seen her sitting there blankly, right? And then when you go there the second time, she'll get up. Usually, you'll get there the first time with no insight because the wolf will kill you. Either way, there's going to be a double loading screen. Let's grab that's the beckoning bell, right? We're not going to worry about that too much. The old hunter bell, that's to summon NPCs to our world. Here's German. Little known fact, guys, if you guys know of a German spy, he's like a Dark Souls dude, right? He talks about a lot about Dark Souls lore. One of my older channels used to be called the German Spy because I thought it was funny. That channel fell off real quick. I wonder what happened to it.
Hello, good eye on an eye. You will have to.
And so we'll get started with the stats, right? We're gonna need a certain amount of blood tinge, so let's take a look at it real quick. And that's 9, right? 7. 9 blood tinge. We have the strength for it. We have the skill for it. And then we're just gonna start pumping up. We're gonna start pumping up skill. Right, we're gonna get skill to 15 at least. We'll work on the fight later.
Farewell.
Now I do think I have some blood echoes, guys. Right, so let's spend them. There's no reason to hold on to all these echoes, especially if you know what build you're going for. So we'll just do that real quick. And I don't think I have enough for a level, but we'll check.
Very well.
Oh, okay, we do. So, you know what, we'll do Vite to 15 just because it's right there, right? And then we'll get skill to 15. And basically, guys, if you want the rifle spear and you don't have any like points invested, I do believe you need about let's take a look again. Let's take a look at my stats, right? You need 9 blood tinge, and then you need at least 10 or 11 skill. We'll get the rifle spear pretty quick, so we can take a look at that. Alright, what's the quickest route? Central yarn, and then we take that elevator up, right? I do think that is the quickest route. Oh man, I should have never started playing this game again. I am addicted to this thing. I'll be honest, like a handful of my buddies, they do want me to get back into Elden Ring because the arena came out, so they want PvP. I haven't PvP too much in it because I was really turned off from that game, you know. And to a large extent, I am still turned off to it, but maybe we'll check out the PvP. That means I'd actually have to freaking play it again, which I don't know about that. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. No promises. Alright. So we have all our stuff. Let's get used to the parries, guys, right? Because I do want to run very specific runes as well. I don't know if you noticed, but these guys can talk. Like, he just told me to die. These are called rituals. I don't know if that's their official name, but they are Thumerians, and Thumerians do have a society. They're not just big, mindless beasts. And they have a pretty rich history. And hopefully, we do keep this build. I do want to keep it, and we can actually do the challenge levels for real. Right, and we can take a look at I'll be honest, they are acquired taste dungeons, right? But there are some good things in there you can get. Most people don't like them because they're procedurally generated, but that's a blessing and a curse in itself. Right? There we go. That's what we're waiting for right there. Is he gonna hit him? I only hit one person this time. And there you can see why you can see why the shield is actually kind of good. If you have enough stamina, the shield can block a certain amount of things. And when I say that, I mean it's good in PvP. Don't walk here in PvE and carry that. It's not going to be too much help because these enemies have like almost infinite stamina sometimes. Alright guys, you know what time it is. Actually, why don't we get this item here because I don't know what it is. I think it might just be a bold hunter's mark. But let's find out together. Wow, what a cheapskate. Hello? Buddy? He's intoxicated. We'll leave him be. Yeah, it was just some... Unfortunately, that's how it goes sometimes. I think we'll spend a little bit on Bloodborne just in case. That is a problem with ragdoll physics sometimes, right? They ragdoll into like an unfortunate angle. Hey, here's gas going, guys. Excuse me, sir. Yes. And we're just gonna be cheap. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing the cheap. You can even kill him. You could kill him even like more quickly. I've seen. There's another strategy. We'll try it maybe on like a separate playthrough just to see if we can make it work. Very interesting strategy. But for now,
What's that smell? The sweet
we're just gonna spin to win.
Oh, it sings
You just
to
spin
me.
around like a Beyblade.
It's
Oh,
enough
that
to
was a
make me
misclick.
sick.
I'm sorry. Oh no. No, 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 no. Stay right there. Keep in mind his villain boss can go over these tombstones. Sometimes it doesn't, for whatever reason. I think he's gonna beast out. He's not gonna beast out yet. That was bad. Okay. You have to be careful, man. He might kill me here. But he also might not. I really like his theme music. Unfortunately, we don't get to hear it too long because we are super cheap with him. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Let's just open this door. I do think I have to make it up there to get the flame sprayer. We'll get the flame sprayer later though, right? I'm not going to teleport all the way back for that. We will go back to the Hunter's Dream though because I want some more levels, guys. This game is just loading screen management sometimes. Did we get our set? I forgot to put it on. I like this hoodie though, so wait a minute. Wait a minute, what happened? Oh, what was that? What was that? That was weird. Oh well. And like I said, guys, we will keep this running legit, right? If you play as long as I have, I've said this a couple of times, right? The major flaw with this game, and it's a big one, right? I do love this game; it's my favorite game, but it has its issues, right? And one of the biggest issues it has is that you cannot respect your character. So if you're off by a point, and you have OCD like me, and you want that point somewhere else, you're gonna have to make them over. If you feel like you got the wrong origin, you have to make them over. If you want to change his appearance, you have to make them over, right? That's why if you notice, like I will restart a lot of builds, is because I start getting OCD about it. That's why I spent so much time making all those characters right there. The biggest problem with that is, eventually when you make your build, you're gonna want blood gems and everything like that, right? So the biggest problem is actually playing through the game and getting the weapons. The level thing, if you have PlayStation Plus, and I'll tell you why, that's not an issue. The small part is leveling up if you have PlayStation Plus, right? That's nothing, really. But the big part is getting the weapons and then, you know, getting to that point in the game and then going down and getting the proper gems. That is a big pain in the ass. The leveling part is not an issue at all. Nope, you cannot respec. You cannot respec. And that is why I have a lot of builds and I start over a lot. It's because things are getting to me, right? I will admit, things are getting to me. And, you know, I call myself an artist even though I'm not professional, right? And I do a lot of character creating of my own on my own time. Things have to be perfect. And when things are imperfect for, like, in my mind for the character, it's just not right. And then we gotta start over. Yeah, I'm surprised too. Maybe one day when we get a Bloodborne remaster or something like that, hopefully, or Bloodborne remake. we'll have it,
Welcome.
right? But the biggest issue is actually because this is not like Dark Souls where you just get the weapon and you plus 10 it and then you're good to go, right? That is not the case. You need blood gems in there, and blood gems can take a long time to farm if you want the good gems. And if you spent a long time before and you delete your character, you're in for a wild ride because you got to do that shit all over again, my friend. And we'll see that later. Let's refer to my guide right here because I want to make sure I'm on point. So we'll do that to 15, right? Nice and safe. Nice and safe. Okay. Now, on a positive note, getting to level 120 and beyond, as long as you have PlayStation Plus, my guys, that is not a big deal because of these chalice dungeons, right? If you know anything about the chalice dungeons, you know that eventually you can have player-created chalice dungeons, right? And what that means is when you're making one, you can search it by glyph. So if you have a nice online guide or a YouTube video, there are some player-made challenge dungeons where basically you walk in and get like 1,000,000 souls, and you come back and level up. So that is not an issue. If you've been playing a long time, like I have, or like a lot of people have, 6-7 years off and on, there ain't nothing wrong with that. If you're a new player, I do advise you to go to the game and get a feel for it. I think you will get bored very quickly if you just cap your character out and then you run through the game. You won't have any there'll be no reason to come back to it. Unless you just want to see the game for the first time and you're happy with that. Now we have all that complete. We have our levels in. Now what we need is the rifle spear, right? And we're gonna go right for it. It's taking a little longer than I planned, but it's also somewhat quick. So we'll do Cathedral Ward, guys. We'll talk to Alfred just to talk to him. We'll open up the shortcut. Run down into Central Yardum. Now, I don't know if I want to be nice to our little friend over there with the Gatling gun. If you're nice to him and you don't go up there and kill him and knock him off the cliff, he does give you an emote later on, and I kind of want that. I do kind of want that, guys. So I guess we'll try not to be tempted enough to run over there and shoot him off the edge. I can't guarantee it though. And we will grab our second hunter set. You know what? We'll just try to get used to the parries, right? Trading I'm okay with most of the time. Try not to get too used to trading hits, even if you get the parry off. Because once you do it to a boss, usually they will just knock you down, and you won't even get your visceral attack out. With that said, I do tend to trade a lot. We'll hold on to this Osprey for now, right? No big deal. We'll probably use the axe as a backup weapon, and we'll have the rifle spear for now as our main. So annoying. Why are you treating me like this, guys? I'm paying you guys an exposure. Treat me like crap. Okay. Right, this way, this way, this way. Guys, if dogs are giving you a big problem, right, I have the perfect solution. Just shoot him, right? And then you can deal with them after. See, this one didn't take his medicine yet. You know, especially if there's one dog there, he's a little bit easier to manage. You'll probably be better off shooting him with a pistol, though, not this blunderbuss. I'm getting those Quicksilver bullets. We're also going to be using runes, guys, to give us life back and Quicksilver bullets back. We're going to have to eventually get to the best runes that we can find, which is why we're making a build that I feel like will be keepable, right? Unfortunately, the Milk Toast builder was fun to use, but I knew we weren't gonna hold on to it in the long run. You know, in retrospect, we should have just made a good old quality build.
You're a big... Oh, what's what? Well, take this.
For the first playthrough. That way we could have seen more items.
There must go.
We'll just talk about everything, because I don't know if these things progress the storyline any. They may or may not, and I kind of want them around for later. We're making good time, I think. I am killing more people than I usually would, because I just want to be able to level up a little bit more. Excuse me, folks, right? I want to be able to level up a little bit more. Wasn't good enough. Was that good enough? Nope. So usually for enemies like this, you just hit them a couple times, right? Because they really want to hit you. Sometimes though, their AI just doesn't work with you. Right, there you go. Usually, since this is an aggressive game, they want to retaliate as fast as possible, right? So if you tag them once or twice, they will just try to smack you real quick. And you can get your shotgun blast or your pistol blast. Unfortunately, Orphan Akaz didn't want to do that for me yesterday. He was giving me a hard time. A really hard time. But we did make it through, so I'm happy with that. There is a reason they're giving you these antidotes, guys, right? Always keep the items they give you in mind, right? Any given level. It's not sitting there for no reason. Okay, we're here. Now, do I want to spend these souls? As you can see, we also don't have anything convenient like later games do. Like, we can't see how many souls we need to the next level. So I kind of want to make sure we have our points invested. So we're just going to run back real quick. And then we're going to go down, we're going to grab the rifle spear. We're going to put it on. And then we can relax a little bit, right? Try to get some shards. Help the survivors out and yarn them a little.
Very well.
Yeah, I'm okay with this.
Farewell.
Okay, hold the yarn, huh? Hold the yarn. What I think we will do is we'll skip the Wandering Madness, right? We're gonna make a beeline, right? We're gonna make a mad dash. We're gonna skip the Wandering Madness. We're gonna get everything we can, right? Which is just the rifle spear and the Charge Hunter set. We're gonna put it on. We're gonna look cool. We're gonna feel cool, and then we'll come back. We'll get the Wandering Madness. We'll get the Hunting Torch. We'll see if we can invest any points into the rifle spear to get Bloodstarved Beast down. We'll also have to talk to Gilbert and get the Flame Sprayer. Even though we're not going to use it, I need it. I need it, so we're going to get that. Hopefully I don't die here. It does happen sometimes. More often than I like to admit.
You there? Hunter! Didn't you see the warning?
Yeah, I saw it.
Turn back at once. Old Yarnum, burned and abandoned by men, is now home only to beasts. You are a
They lit this place up, didn't they?
merciless. I've got the blood. That's the best.
No. So feel free to grab everything at your discretion, right? There's a chest here. Keep in mind, there are little baddies walking around. There's some coming down the steps. They see me now. They look cool with their little green hoodies on, right? Their little green cloaks. Right, but be careful, guys. They're not your friends. There's a rifle spear. Nice. And now the next thing we want is the Chart Hunter's head, right? Or Chart Hunter's garb. You're gonna have to make a hard left. There you go. You gotta be very careful here, by the way, guys. So, what you want to do is make a right as soon as you get in. Oh, crap. Did I say right? I meant left. I meant left, guys. There you go, you made it. Fantastic. We'll take a look at the rifle spear in just a moment. Since we're down here, we're going to grab the Ritual of Blood. And we can come back down here a little bit and take an actual proper look around. Because I think I've been running by this place for years and years. Yeah, but on top of that altar, in the middle of the room, there is a Ritual of Blood. You can button mash it and you won't see any animation. Right? You'll just grab the item. There you go, guys. We will keep that door closed for a minute so we can put on our items, right? So there's the rifle spear. Let's take a look at it. Let's talk about it for a minute. A trick weapon crafted by the workshop heretics, the powder kegs. A prototype weapon serving as a simple firearm and spear, possibly created in imitation of a lost Cainhurst weapon. Lacks any notable functions, saving that it is the only trick weapon with an attached gun, which is pretty notable if you ask me, right? So, its biggest problem is its biggest strength, right? And that is that it's a spear, right? And its weakness is that it's a spear. But that's also a strength, right? Because you get these good attacks. I don't want to poke too much. We're waiting for these beasts to go back home so we can take a look at the weapon properly. You guys done? Okay. So, right, so here's all its moves. We've talked about this before, but here's all its moves in its untricked form. We're going to try to use the proper terms, right? So this is it untricked. Right, that's its light attacks. That's its heavy attacks, right? And that is very good for distance, right? Thrusting attack, very good. In terms of like crowd control, it's non-existent, right? This is his backstep into R1. You do get extra moves as side steps, so I can't really show that off. But you get stuff like that. Right now, if you trick it out, right, here's this light attacks, which is somewhat better for crowd control. Granted, they will be awfully close. Awfully close. Right? Now here's this heavy attack, uncharged. Right? Pretty good. Here's it charged up, which is actually really good. You have a little bit of armor on it sometimes. It hits multiple enemies, it pierces through. It has extremely good thrust damage at this point right here. But as you can see, its major weakness is that it's a spear, right? So there's no crowd control. Even in trick, it doesn't turn into like anything but just a shotgun, right? With a bayonet attached. There's no like, oh, you have light, you know, you have like short range and long range. It's all pretty much just basic. But now that we know that, we can just take advantage of its poke, right, a lot. And also, it does have the built-in shotgun, which does count as a blunderbuss. If you can really go with it, you'll be able to parry all the time, right? You have a free parry tool. That means you can hold anything in your left hand, the shield, something just to regen your health, right? And you won't have to spend blood droplets in your main weapon, right? You can have something on offhand regening health, which is what I usually use my offhand for. But that is it, guys. We have it, and we'll just come back around. We'll take a look at the crows, because I think they have something on them. There's that little item over there. That's just running heavy. As you can see immediately, right, if we had a whip or something like that, we would be able to handle them more easily. Right, but I gotta hit him with the toothpick, unfortunately. But that said, if you have proper spacing, right, you'll be okay. I mean, you can even do this if you want. You do have to work very hard to make the damage good, though. In my opinion, at least. Right? I know some people destroy by the rifle spear, and as much as I love it, you know, there are better weapons out there. Right? We're not going to sugarcoat it. Okay. So I think we're good to go. All we're going to do is we're going to open this door for the shortcut, and then we're going to try to open the next door down there for the shortcut. And we will leave our buddy alive for now. There is another way to get to him, so we're going to try that and try to get the emote and stuff like that. And then once I have that, then we can take care of him. Then we can take care of him. There we go. And, yeah. So keep in mind we're building specifically for the rifle spear, but at the end we will have 50 skills, so we can use some other things, right? This is not, we're not pigeonholed into this. Right, some things to keep in mind, guys. I am a lone survivor. That is so that that is for this build specifically. So I want to focus me personally on the rifle spear, right? So if you look at other skill builds, they will tell you other classes you can start as. This is just what I'm starting as. You know, for the lore, right? His name is Armand, and Armand does mean soldier in some languages. So he has the rifle spear. We're gonna get the old hunter set. It's gonna look like a soldier, and that's the cosplay. Right, that's the storyline. He's the lone survivor of a lost hamlet. Seen a lot of war, seen a lot of combat. There you go. That's the history. And let's keep it going, guys. Now I know there's a couple wandering man is here, and we could probably just take care of those guys real quick, or this plump little wandering man is walking around. We do have to be careful because there's these guys making my life difficult. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. I guess he got away. I guess he got away, guys. Unfortunately, and they stepped on my heels there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're having issues. This is okay. This is fine. This is fine. Hold on. Relax, gentlemen. Maybe we can take a look at his strength right here. Right? Unfortunately, that is hard for me to time that hit right there. I really wanted that Wandering Madness. I will admit. We'll come back and get him. Also, he dropped me a nice Bloodstone shard. So we kind of won. We kind of won. So, as you can see, guys, the crowd control is really bad. You do have to know this rifle spear really well. Right, you can see they died almost immediately with that little poke. So if you really maximize it, you know, I could have sworn he was dead, but if you really maximize it, right, keep in mind our weapon should be like +2 at least right now. You can actually do quite a bit of damage. I did see somebody one time, he had like full thrusting gems, and his damage was really good. That just means he can never utilize any of his other attacks, right? Like I think this one right here counts as a strike, right? This right here. Wait, this right here counts as slash, right? And I think this counts as slash, so just keep that in mind. Keep all that in mind, folks. Keep that in mind. And we'll continue on. I guess we could grab everything we need. And then we'll open up the shortcut, so we'll just grab this item over here. Do keep in mind there's a werewolf on that building that likes to drop down. Alright, something over here. That will come in handy later. I don't think we ever looked at the beast blood pellet, right? Large medicinal pellets, supposedly formed of coagulated beast blood, banned by the Healing Church due to their unclear origin, grants a spirit of beasthood. Ripping apart the flesh of one's enemies, and being rained upon by their sputtering blood invigorates one's senses of beasthood, feeding strength and euphoric feeling alike. So this is made of dried blood. The church claims they don't know where they got it from, so they don't condone it. It grants you beast hit, and what beast hit is basically it makes you into a glass cannon, right? So the more that you attack, the more the meter will go up and the harder you'll hit, but also the more damage you'll take. And that is beast hit basically in a nutshell in this game, for right now at least. Let's take that. And let's make sure that we open up the shortcut. I do forget sometimes and then I get annoyed once I die and I can't come back. Does it always break? In terms of a back weapon, like I said, it's probably going to be the axe. I'm not sure. I kind of want to make this like a whole spear playthrough, right? We'll try our best to make it work. Some bosses, though, they can be extremely annoying with this weapon. Mostly because they are very quick, right? And if you're just doing this little poke, you're going to miss a lot. And we're going to miss a lot, too. I'm not going to lie. So we'll see what happens when we come across bosses like that. Sometimes poking their foot is not viewable at all. Like, they take almost nothing, right? And we'll be there forever. I have done it before. Like, when I first started the game, I realized that's not something I should be doing a lot. I got distracted by the shiny item. Well, since we're here, right, we can get the hunting torch. And then we can take that shortcut back up and around. See, guys, everything's all good. I'm a pro. I'm a pro. Watch this. Oh, he didn't even attack me? Made me look bad in front of my friends. What we're doing right now is we're going to go to the lantern and we're going to grab a level or two. I think probably just one level. And we're going to start investing points into upgrades. I mean, bloodstone shards. It's actually surprisingly quick, huh? Let's take a look at Old Yarnum, right? The ambiance. Uh-oh. Alright, he sees me up there. So here's Old Yarnum. Which is weird, right? Like, how big is this world? Because everything is like layered upon layered upon layered upon each other, right? Because regular Yarnum, I guess we could call it new Yarnum or whatever, but it's basically just stacked right up on it, right? Like there's like a stairway leading up or a ladder or whatever. So everything is just layered on top of it. It's kind of like Futurama, right? How they just built the city right over the old one. Like, what was it called? New York? And let's upgrade it first because I want to make sure I have enough blood echoes.
This
To actually upgrade it. There you go, guys. We're at a +3. We have some blood gems here. They're not great, right? But this one will do for now. And then what we'll do is, okay, we'll level up. I don't think we can now because I think we don't have enough. Oh, we do. Okay. So here's the plan. We're gonna get 20 skill, right? And then we're gonna pump Vite up to 20. And then we'll do either 25 here or 30, and then we'll get Vite to 30. And we'll see how much damage we're taking, right? If we're having a really hard time, we'll focus on the Vite first. And if we're having an okay time, we'll focus on the skill. Keep in mind, I don't think you can buff this weapon up at all. What I mean by that is you can't use fire paper or anything on it. So that's just not a thing.
Farewell, good.
Do keep in mind, once we're done with this, we're gonna have like 50, at least 50 fight, at least 50 skill, right? And then we'll have points elsewhere as well. But we're really gonna try our best to maximize the damage this thing can do. With that said, let's go to the first floor sick room. Talk to Imposter Yosefka. I do believe we talked to the man at Cathedral Ward. I forget his name, right? And we're gonna send everybody here in this playthrough to the clinic. That's the plan. Alright, so here we go.
Oh, well, hello. Splendid. Let me ask you a small kindness. You're soon off to hunt, I presume?
Yeah.
Then, if you find any survivors,
Can you see your hand through that little
tell
crack
them
in the
to seek
window?
Yosefka's clinic.
That hole in the window at the left-hand side?
Upon my
Well, my
Hippocratic
left, I
oath.
guess. If you guys are
If
facing
they
your
are
screen
yet
right, your left.
human, I will look after them.
Right. Do you see she's holding that
Perhaps
pistol in
even
her
cure them.
hand?
This sickness, these
Right.
beasts, they are not to be feared. This time the night is long. I may be trapped under...
Yes. Yes, yes. Okay. So she wants us to send survivors there. We will. Did we get the flame sprayer? We didn't. So we'll grab the flame sprayer. We're gonna have to like start spending time getting bullets too. We won't do that, you know, right now. There we go. I am tempted to still get PS Plus though, right? Because I do have a lot of characters I need to make, and I kind of need to make those dungeons. Unfortunately, I gotta really watch what I spend these days. It does suck being an adult, doesn't it? I gotta be careful. Alright, so... Did we not get the flame sprayer? There it goes, okay. We got the flame sprayer. So now we're gonna take time out and we're gonna grab the survivors, right? So the first one was probably be the old lady. I was hoping he dropped something, but luckily most people that carry firearms will drop a quicksilver bullet. Kinda like him. Or like a few of them. I think that was like 5. Like 3 or 5. These dogs never get out of the cage, right? Sorry for the those two. So if you want to piddle the amount of souls, you can spend time looking through the cage. In the long run, it's not really worth it. In the long run, it's not worth it at all, but if you're really hurting bad, and you have no other choice, you gotta do what you gotta do. Be careful, because you can hit her door, and then she will aggro, and she'll never talk to you again. Yeah, I know where you can go. Yes, ma'am. Well, we'll never see her again. That is unfortunate. Okay, so we have the old woman. Now we need I'm not sure if we can get Gascoigne's daughter right away. Right, we're gonna see what she says log-wise. We might have to go back to her in a little bit, but we'll find out soon enough. Oh crap! I'm sorry. I just wanted to practice. Did that not count as a parry? I do need to practice, guys. Relax, one at a time, please. It does take some getting used to, right? I gotta get used to this again. The timing is a little different compared to like regular Blood and Bush, mostly because of the animation, right? So it's not one for one. See, that was a bad trade. On the plus side, we did get our files back. We probably could have got there quicker if I took this route. I need to refine my my speedrun tactics. Yeah, and we also took a lot of time out of these trials. But it happens sometimes, guys. Yeah, this was too rough. Okay, that's fine, dude. We're gonna start with it. So much need quick silver bullets. You know, now that we actually have the weapon for the build, we can actually take it easy. We should also change our attire, huh? Why don't we just go good old Chart Hunter garb? We've already read the lore on this. If you guys really want to see it again, let me know. But right now, no. I'm not doing that. We'll just wear this. Quick, and then we'll just use the old Hunter's mark to get back.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Mr. Hunter. I love you almost as much as Mum and Dad and Granddad. Thank you. I love you.
You're a piece of shit. I know. Why don't we put the Bull Hunter's mark right here? Oh, there we go. Unfortunately, I do think that's a double loading screen because it's just going to take us to a lantern and Yarnum somewhere. At least I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. Yeah. Double loading screen. I do wish it loaded faster. Alright, so we have them there. It's going to take a while to see the payoff of that, right? I think we'll try to get everybody there first.
The moon is lifted as every hunter before you has. A holy chalice will reveal the tomb of the gods, where hunters partake in communion.
So he wants us to use the holy chalice, right? Oh, that's what he wants us to do. We could take a detour into the chalice dungeon and look at it real quick. Actually, I forgot. We only got the the ritual item for it, we need the chalice itself. So we will have to go kill Bloodstaff Beast in a little bit. Not quite yet, though. Not quite yet. We're just mulling over what we need to do. Now that we don't have to give the girl this brooch, though, we can pop that open. Get the blood gem. We'll take a look at it right now. And since this is a droplet, droplets could go anywhere, guys, right? So there's like radials, right? And then there's these triangle ones. I think they're called triangle. And then the ones that are crescent moon are called waning. And then these droplets, which are just circles, they could go anywhere. So if you have a bunch of droplets, they're good placeholders. Right, if you're really hurting for one, you could put one in there. And this one has physical attack up and it boosts rally potential. It's better than nothing, so we will put that in there. And I don't think we have anywhere near enough for a level. Let's just take a quick look at what she says, right?
Very well.
3,000. A Cobra do might get the job done.
Farewell, good hand. Welcome. Very well.
What do we got here? Okay.
Farewell.
Alright, so as far as Central Yharnam is concerned, we killed the Cleric Beast. We got the 2 survivors that we have access to right now. We got the Saw Spear, we got the Hunter set. We talked to Pasha Yosefka, we got the Flame Sprayer. Aside from like picking everything apart and getting the rest of the blood shards, which I'm not even sure where they're at, I think we're done with that part for the most part. So what we can do now is we can go to Old Yharnam and we can get the Bloodstaff Beast, right, the Bloodstaff Beast, and get the Chalice Ritual, right, get the Holy Chalice. There are some upgrade materials in there. Right now we're at the cap. Right now we need Twin Bloodstone Shards, so getting those items won't help me out any. If you have 2 weapons, right, you're going to need some more Bloodstone Shards, obviously. We will need to upgrade our pistol, whichever one we're going to end up using for the most part, at least one time. That way we could drop a gem in there, and we also mostly use the offhand weapon to get some healing done. But you only need one upgrade for most of the pistols because they only have one. Well, you know, if you want the power to go up, yeah, of course. But if you want to drop a gem in there, you only need to upgrade it one time because they only have one gem slot. What we're going to do is, I think we'll take the shortcut down there. Alright, we're going to try to finish his quest line up there, so... We also missed that item, but I can't do anything about that now. There is a camo glitch around here, but we're not going to do it. Mostly because I've never done any of these camo glitches before. I don't want to mess anything up. But we'll probably have a throwaway character and we'll try to like do some fun bugs if I find them and I'm able to replicate them. But we have the Rival Spear now, right? The Rival Spear is cool. Right, we could do that to him. He's dead already. I don't even need to do a visceral. Right, amazing. He always will turn around if you get close enough because he's supposed to pop out through the door. I've never tried this though. Got him. Okay. That works. So this thing definitely has its strengths, right? It sucks in a crowd because I really don't trust those slashes from the tricked form. Bullets. I know there's a Wandering Madness right there. Let's get him. Cut him off. Let's take a look around. There is more to Old Yharnam than just this stuff, right? You got to keep in mind that if you take the normal path, you'll be getting Gatling gun the whole time, and you have to basically be dodging Gatling gun fire while you explore. But once you deal with him, I do think you have to kill him, because if at any point you do hunt these beasts of Old Yharnam, he'll just get upset, and he'll try to shoot you again, right? So just keep that in mind. But once you deal with him, you can just take your time to slowly explore the stage. If that's what you want to do. Keep in mind when you summon these people as well that they cost 1 insight. We will summon them just because I don't care, right? This game is old. We're not trying to get good or whatever. So we will summon them. And I'm just trying to hold on to my resources, right? If these wolves slash me, they will poison me eventually. As you can see, my little bar is going up. So I don't want to get hit with like a flail attack and die. Let's take a look at this. A lot of these gems are going to be throwaway gems. You can see they're not even like 1%, they're almost 1%. That is really, really, in the long run, insignificant. Especially when some gems give you like 27 to 29% damage. Right? So, you can sell those gems, guys. Keep that in mind. Don't just sit there with like 1,000 shitty gems in your pocket. The only reason also, guys, we're clearing these enemies out is because once I summon our friend over there, he starts going crazy and fighting everybody he sees. So we're making his life easier. I mean, yeah, we're making his life easier, which makes our life easier. Now we have to get prepared for our fight. What I think I will do is put a beast blood pellet on, and we'll put what do we use here? An antidote. No. We'll put the blood cocktail on. And I'll put the antidote on. Now, I probably will die here. It's happened before, and it's going to happen again. But it's not a big deal. We have as many levels as we can possibly have. If you're hurting for antidotes, there are some behind this altar here. But it won't hurt to get right now. We're just going to lead them away a little bit. Keep in mind you only get so many antidotes, and he does do a lot of poison. Now we're going to pop our blood pellet. And we're going to pop this cocktail. Unfortunately, sometimes they hurt you more than they help you. Like these players. Wow, he got a really good hit off. Impressive. Right, but they do block you a lot of the time, which sucks, but can't do anything about it. Is someone just attacking me? And don't be like me, don't get caught up on just like trying to do charge attacks, alright? Feel free to get a bunch of hits in if you can. But we're doing that so I can just poke him, right, and get the free visceral. Just because I want to. Also, don't forget you have these blood cocktails, right? What they do is they will draw his aggro. Keep in mind he will start going crazy. He will keep going crazy too, so not much you can do about that. I'm not getting the hits I want to get out. Sometimes everything is just working out against you. I'm trying to get like a lot of viscerals out of If he bites me, basically, if he grabs me, I will die. Right? If he gets that combo off, basically, I will die. So, gotta be careful here. Now he has a poisonous aura up, so now we have to be extra careful. Thankfully, Alpha really pulled through right there. Heal up, buddy. Heal up. I think that's his poison burst. That's unfortunate. Usually you want to throw that at a wall. That was my mistake. Oh. Not that bad anyway. I might as well just try to kill him, right? Actually, now that I think about it. So we'll pull it up one last time. There we go. Go all into these hooks. Okay, we got the Holy Chalice. Honestly, this fight is like maybe one of like the more annoying fights. And they do a lot to build this fight up too. I know we don't really stop and look at our surroundings, but we should really take a look at like what they were building up to, right? So let's take a moment and do that. But he's very annoying. His like poison, like, you know, like the closer you are, the more poison you get towards the end of the fight is really cheap, right? Because you just get poisoned, and the poison kills you so fast in this game. But like, take a look, right? Because we're going down, down, down this whole level, right? And you're going towards this building, this very deliberate path. And then if you like really stop and take a look at it, this is like an old church. Right, old abandoned church. Look at this ambiance here. Right, just one path leading into it. You know everything went to shit here. Everything's on fire. And then you go down there and you fight an annoying poison werewolf. That's why we have a little buddy to help us out. But you know, it is what it is. Some of the bosses I don't like at all, right? But that boss is very manageable, right? This is obviously a church. I'm not sure if these are like skins or like banners or anything like that. It's weird because there's like chains going across the pillars. But this was a church. That's why there's a chalice here and stuff like that. That's why there's these statues. What were they worshipping? I guess the blood, maybe. Right, and but that is over with, thankfully. We don't need the beast blood pellets anymore. And also I didn't use these pellets to their full potential. Like, you really gotta get as many hits out as you can. You want that beast blood, you know, the beast blood bar to max out and just keep it up and keep the damage going. This isn't the weapon to take advantage of that with. With that said, though, we did make it through, luckily. The shitty part about dying in this kind of fight is that your antidotes are very limited, and they don't replenish once you die, right? So if you die there and you wasted all your pills, well, I don't know what to tell you guys. You're gonna have to stop and farm for some stuff. Right, and that takes more time. Right, you can't just keep practicing, like on some bosses where they don't have like an annoying status effect move. We got all that done. Let's
Welcome.
let's keep going, right? I don't want to sit here and bitch.
Very well.
Alright, so we'll get to 20 Vite. And then oh well, 20 skill right now. I'll get to work on 20 Vite. I should just go to 25. Let's just go to 25. Right? We didn't have too many issues.
Farewell,
25, I
good
believe,
hunter.
is the first
May you-
soft cap for most of your damage stuff. Or for mostly everything.
Most of the holy chalices lie deep within the tomb of the gods, and the few that found their way to the surface were lost again in the hands of men. But if the old hunter tales remain true, one of the holy chalices is worshipped in the valley hamlet. Yet the town is in disarray.
So basically, guys, he's talking about old Yarnum, right?
Abandoned for fear of the scourge. Home now only to beasts. The perfect place for a
But we already
hunter.
did that, so he's kind of late to the party.
One of the
That's all he says. Let's repair a rifle spear. And let's also fortify. I do think we're better off holding a pistol. So we're going to buy a pistol. And then, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Let's pop one of these. Alright guys, now that we have that going on, like I said, we will upgrade the pistol only one time. That way when it's time we can just put a gem in. We don't have to, oh, we do. We just need some more blood echoes. That's why we don't pop everything at once, right? Because you never know when you need some blood echoes. Or like say you die and you can't get back to your echoes, right? So you die a second time, you might need something for currency. There we go. And you can see there's only one gem slot, right? It's usually for blood tinged gems, but we can drop the drum that we will use later into there. Now, as you can see, he's talking about holy chalices, right? We don't really know what he's talking about, but we got the holy chalice, right? This is where you make the rituals at, on this side of the altars. And for the most part, basically what these chalices are in these tombs of the gods, these dungeons, right? These are the Dumerian labyrinths, also known as the Dumerian caves, right? Dumerians are those giants you see walking up around out in the world. Basically, they live in an underground like city, right? So there's like, you know, like imagine us if we just lived underground and we had like vast cities and stuff like that. So everything you see in there, those are Dumerian cities. You know, they're video gamed up, but you know, they're where the Dumerians lived. That's also why they're very pale and you know, because they're underground, they don't need to get hit by sunlight and stuff like that. The ones we see out here are ones that have wandered up from the labyrinth or the caverns or whatever you want to call it. And you know, the healing church found them, and I guess at this point in their lives they're like really docile and they just take orders well. But they are their own society. They speak and things like that, right? A lot of the brick trolls, they will say die and they will laugh and stuff like that. You know, they are smart. They are very smart. So when we make these chalice rituals, what we're doing is we're basically teleporting into them. And there's more to it than just that, but that's basically what we're doing. I do believe that they wanted us to actually walk into the dungeons at one point, but I don't think the PlayStation 4 could have handled it. So this is what we do, we teleport there now. And we're going to make our first chalice. Ah, we need echoes. We always need echoes. Why are we always so broke? Cash our paycheck right there. Let's make it. So this is also where you would get player-made dungeons at as well. We'll take a look right now real quick. As you can see, you can search chalices by glyphs, right? Now, when you start making the random dungeons, you can take a look at the glyph that it makes. Basically, the glyph is the code, and you could put it online and open your chalice dungeon up and share it with people if you find like really good items there. So that is what players do. They'll have like player-made dungeons, and then you go in there and get like easy levels and stuff like that. Very helpful for those of us that make a lot of characters, or we mess something up, or just need to remake the build. I don't advise you to do the player-made ones, guys, if you're just starting out. I just want you to do the story mode ones and experience it for the first time. But if you've been playing for years, you already know what it is, right? And there's nothing I can do about that. You guys do what you do. I do what I do, right? So, but if you're new, just try to play it legit the first time around or so, and get a feel for the game. You also need PlayStation Plus to make it because it is on an aspect, right? The player-made ones at least. And there's base game ones that you can be made offline. So if you plan on doing all the stuff in power leveling, you will need PlayStation Plus, guys. With that said, it is on sale. I'm not promoting for PlayStation, but it is on sale for Christmas, I believe. I don't have it yet, but I'm just letting you guys know. I think it ends on the 21st. So if you want to do it and you're watching the video at this point in time, right, grab it as quickly as you can. It's 12 months for like, what, $20, $30? And just make your characters as quick as you can, right? Make all your builds, and then you don't need to get PlayStation Plus again, right? Just make all your stuff. And with that said, we made all the stuff. We made all the things we need to make. So we have a couple options. We do have a couple options, I believe. Now that we've made all that stuff, right, we made our first chalice, we can either go into the chalice dungeon and explore it. And it's your basic cave kind of thing, right? Or we could go to Cathedral Ward. And we can see if Eileen is there, or we can see if the Bagman is there to take us away on the magical land. One of those two, guys. One of those two. We'll see. I do everything split apart, right? I never do anything in order, usually. Sometimes I do like to grab the Yargul set, so we might grab the Yargul set if the Bagman is there to take us. Remember, guys, we are sending everybody to the clinic, so there's going to be nobody here. Now, where's Are you here, Eileen? Nope, no Eileen. Okay. We don't really need to kill this guy because I think we're going to get kidnapped, but I'll do it anyway. And I also want to check if this door is open. Oh, it is open. Okay, so we do have actually two options. We can go up to the top of Odin Chapel, right? And we could grab the doll set. We can grab the droplet for our weapon, or we could get taken away to Yargul. Why don't we get taken away on the magical land? We'll see if he's there. Are you there, sir? There he is. There he is. You see him? You see him, guys? Oh, crap. Is that all you got? Uh-oh. He's also a Thumerian, as you can tell, right? They're very, like, tall and lanky, a lot of them. Some of them are just, like, hulking brutes. Those are also Thumerians. And then there's the really, really giant ones, which I don't know how this society works, right? But there are some giant Thumerians walking around. And we have seen this cutscene before. I think we'll just go ahead and skip it. Unfortunately, we don't have any church sets, right? We don't have anything like that. I forgot to pick up Gascoigne set, so we'll come back for that lady in a little bit. What I do want to do is grab this Wandering Madness, because I think he has some Twin Bloodstone shards on him. And we can start getting our rifle up to 6. Hopefully there's enough Twin Bloodstone shards here to do that right out the gate. Crap. Don't move. Got him. I'm just gonna ignore that guy for a second so I can hit this lamp. He's walking away. That is your general strategy when I farm these guys. You don't even gotta hit him that last time. Okay, got some more twins. I think this is the moon room. Yep. Everything is going according to plan, guys. It's all part of the plan. He never does the move anymore that I want him to do. I want him to do like the belly splash. Oh. I'm backstabbing. Okay. I'm trying to get into the habit of that because we're going to start running runes when we get to them. They're giving me back like bullets and health for viscerals, so we're going to try to get used to it. Not bad yet, not bad. Everything is going pretty good. Let's check on this side. I do think there's like one item here. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm kind of tempted to run back now and just start leveling up. But we won't do that right away. Because I'm pretty sure there is another Wandering Madness around here. I'm fairly certain. I think I see him. There it is. Just give him 1 minute. You can see opposed to some other weapons, it takes a minute, right? I'm not sure if the rifle has a sweet spot. I'm gonna guess maybe yes, it does. And it's like the very tip of the spear. Twins do we have? We're gonna need a lot of twin bloodstone shards as well. 8 is not bad, but we're gonna need a lot because I believe the final upgrade is 8 bloodstone shards by itself. So we might need around 16 shards, which I don't think we're gonna get anywhere near them right now, but we can try. Because she's probably going to do it now that I can't reach her. That was weird. I think I was technically on a little ledge. Here's the annoying part. You can see it's very annoying. And sometimes the enemies, they will just keep counterattacking you. Like they'll just keep attacking until they get their moves up. Keep that in mind, so don't do what I did there. Because it might go into another cycle until we die. survival as much as humanly possible. Crap. Still not good. He's too close to the wall there. Oh, okay, thank you. Anyways, that worked. Unfortunately, I can't equip the Tonitrus or anything like that, guys. So sorry about that. We already have a, I already have like a lot of arcane moves that I want to build by myself. So maybe we'll just do a weapon showcase later on with all the different characters when I get there, right? And I think that's about everything in Yarhargul for now, except for downstairs. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to go back and upgrade Mr. Rifle Spear here. And then I guess I could show you a boss that the Rifle Spear does horrible against. And more than likely we will die, so I'm going to try to level up before we go down there, because I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun, so let's try getting the nasty stuff out the way real quick. If we don't kill him, guys, that's fine. I do kind of want to keep going, so we might go a little bit later than usual. Let's repair our spear, let's fortify it. Okay, so we need 8 twin bloodstone shards exactly, but that's not bad. We have our gems in there. We don't even have any gems to speak of, really. Right, so there's that. And before I do that, let's buy a Gascoigne's chest piece at least, right? You know what? Let's buy a soul set. That way we can send the nun off. But as long as you're wearing the chest piece, usually it works. I think it might be just any piece of church attire. And it will work, and it will send like the people off where they need to go to. So we'll just go back to the jail. I also see I forgot to hit the lantern, maybe? No, this is where you go if you have the checkpoint. Okay. And we'll see if we could kill one of these bagmans one last time. Being as arcane is really low, the farming is going to be pretty difficult for upgrade materials. Luckily, we only have the one weapon we need to upgrade. We're going to need a backup eventually. Yeah, usually they just drop like bloodstone shards, right? And then they rarely will drop twin ones. So that is an issue right there, folks. There's a reason we don't go all the way out there. That's because, oh my gosh, he grabbed us. You son of a... Are we dead? We're dead. Crap. That was unfortunate. That was real unfortunate for us. That was a good grab. On the plus side, we have a chance to try to get another bloodstone shard out. If he grabs you with that, that's death as well, so be careful, guys. A lot of death in here. No, you don't. No, you do not. No bloodstone shard. No good ones. It's fine. We're gonna need those anyway eventually, right, to level up our other weapons. So usually what you want to do, guys, is really get out the way like that. She will try to grab you sometimes. Be really, really careful. Alright, so dilemma here. We have a dilemma. Why not? We'll clear out this room and then we'll get the Bagmans. And then I'll try to show you that boss, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to die on, but that's okay. We'll take a look at it anyway. So there are two Bagman here. If you're strong enough, you could probably kill them pretty quickly. Right, keep in mind they will fight together like they're doing now. Generally, I just like try to fight one at a time, but sometimes it doesn't happen. You can see they go back together like that, and then not much you can do about it. Yep. Sometimes just this happens, and you gotta deal with it. But I do want them out the way so we can take a look around the arena a little. So let's try doing this really quick. I'm gonna need some extra bullets. Here we go. Come here. Come here. You can do it. Okay. Alright, so we should be okay for the most part. We can still die here though pretty quickly. Once they reach a certain health threshold, they will buff up, right? So you use that to your advantage. I get a nice heavy attack out. If you're low level, that's the strategy. Even with high life, they can still really wail on you until you die. So, okay. So when you go downstairs like this, right, there's this little opening here, and there's a tunnel. And there's a boss down there. I do believe I showed you guys the first time, right? We were pretty thorough, but with this weapon, the fight never really ends good, even with like our buddy here, right? But you can see him down there. He kind of looks like a tuft of grass a little bit, unless you know what you're looking for. Because I didn't see anything, right, until I got down there and he started fighting me. It is a mud world though, so the enemies are well hidden. Now, I'm considering just fighting him like this, but I'm pretty sure no matter what I do, he's just going to hit hard. Let's just fight him. Right, let's just fight him and take a look. My blood echoes will be lost to time. Well, what can we do about that? His weak point is his face. You see, we already missed there. You can hit his feet, right? But the problem is with the spear, you can see he's very fast. And even with the range I got, it's not really great range. You can see we're already having some major issues. When you get close enough, he just starts doing that lightning thing. And naturally, you're going to want to back off and heal, but a lot of these beasts do rush down pretty good. He basically one-shotted me there. That was, you know, that was a losing battle, guys. I already knew that's gonna happen. We will need to level up a little bit more for him. But that's fine. You can see he does have some major issues on bosses like this, like especially because he's like a skeleton man, right? A big skeleton werewolf. Like, we'll attempt it one more time, and I'll show you like trying to attack his feet. But I don't expect to win at all, so we'll try it one more time. And if I win, great. If not, you know, them's the breaks. Luckily, you could kind of make a beeline as long as you dodge that lady, and you should be able to get past the bagman. So unless they do like their jumping plunge punch, but once you make it here, you're fine. And keep in mind that was me like with all the strength I had by myself, right? Because even this guy, you summon him great, but then he cuts your attack down a lot. So usually my ass is to get pretty beefy when I fight him. Just in case. Okay. I think that's enough. That's enough attempts for it. Or should I just go for one more death? One more death? That sounds about right. I really thought he was gonna like basically do that roar, like a bunch of like lightning comes out at. I think we'll try it one more time, just because I didn't even get to show you what I was trying to show you guys. And we'll try to get there. Hopefully, I don't die to a witch now. You know, that actually might happen. Wow, a lot is going on today. A lot is going on. That happened. You know what they say, guys, fourth time's a charm, right? That's what they say. That's what I heard. We're gonna make it there one more time, damn it. I don't care. I don't even have the souls to look forward to. Ain't that a blessing? Come on over. You see how she didn't grab me? So she can still instantly grab me. So I do have to be careful with her. Mostly because more than anything they want to do is that grab attack. I have died to them so many times over the years. Just trying to like speed run my way through stuff. Okay. Well, on the bright side, we don't have to worry about my souls, right? So I don't got to worry about running up and grabbing my echoes. But we'll attempt this, and then win or lose, I guess we'll call it. No, we'll do some other stuff. We don't got to be stuck on this boss, bro. Alright, so here's perfect. I want to poke his feet. I can see his limbs are so thin, and then he starts doing this move right here, which really messes everything up. I can see a lot of issues, mostly because I don't have like a vertical attack. Right. Even switching to this, now my range is so short. So no matter what I do, and I'm out of blood vials already, so we're having issues, right? Not much you can do right there. It's a very tough fight with this weapon. Unless I'm missing like some hidden jutsu. Which I might, I might be, but with this weapon alone, it's kind of hard to do. For me, at least. Especially at this level. I like to stop here and basically I will farm, like if we're not on stream, I will farm those Thumerian dudes, like the bagmans, and I'll get my weapon to +6. And then then I can attempt them, right? That's generally what I like to do. Well, let's put on a nice Argol set. Actually, let's make some match. Try to run a Argol with 100 charges, okay. And then we can have the Gascoigne cap. Okay, that's cool. So we will come back to that later. As you can see, it's a pretty tough fight like this. I do believe like your weapon should get upgraded a little bit more before you keep attempting it. Me personally, at least, I'm just not that good. Right, what we will do though, because we can also do some other stuff where it's not a big a deal, is I'll pop a couple of these. Mostly because I need some vials. So we'll get like 10 of them. And we'll get 1 bullet. That should hold us over. What we can do is ascend Odin Chapel, right? Go to the top. That's a pretty good idea right now. We'll go to the top and then we'll go to the old abandoned workshop and then we'll grab the stuff down there and we'll open the gates up and everything like that, and then we'll probably call it from there. And we back, and hopefully we do get our spear up good enough to like challenge tougher enemies. You see, like we're gonna have some issues, or we're gonna need to be as strong as possible. So if we can't kill Dark Priest Parl, we'll probably do like the challenge dungeons a little bit and get acclimated to it. Hopefully they may drop a decent gem or two, and then yeah, let's see what happens. You know, I could possibly try to like point blank him and just blunderbuss his face off, which might work, but I don't think it does because they really nerfed this blunderbuss that the rifle has. Right? It's more just for purely parrying people. And unfortunately, he's just gonna slowly make his way over here. There we go. And I'm gonna shot her. I know it's easy to do, but don't get caught up in just doing your charge R2s. As good as it is, sometimes it's better just to try to kill that enemy quickly. Because all they're going to do is keep smacking you out of it, and then you just wasted a bunch of time. Oops. There's no big deal, guys. If you end up like I did in that boss, right, don't worry about it too much. Sometimes you do just have to come back later. Or you can summon that NPC. It might actually help you out more than us everything. It's up to you guys to find out. And he tells us to go to Odin Chapel, right? Because he basically, like, since I know this door is locked, he wants us to run up to this door and realize it's locked. He wants us really to go to the top of Odin Chapel, but you know, for the gameplay part, they expect you to go to that door and find out, oh, it's locked, I can't do anything. and then you go back to Gascoigne. I mean Gascoigne. You go back to Garamond. That's really what they want you to do. I'll smoke this here. Alright, so there is a Wandering Menace if you go to the left. Keep that in mind. If you go around to the opposite side, you'll never see him. I miss him a lot because I usually, you know, my brain just says go right. But there's a Wandering Menace there. Be careful because he can just jump off the side. We also have very low on our life health pool too, right? See, it does pay to, you know, if you're new, it does pay to level up Vite a little bit first, guys. Right? Like, I never planned to fight him early, but it does pay to level up Vite. Vite is more important than a lot of people give it credit for. Right, a lot of people, like, you know, they'll tell you just dodge and stuff like that, but you don't know when to do that if you're new to the game, right? So it doesn't hurt for, like, your first playthrough. You know, pump up the stats a little bit. Get used to it. Don't watch a playthrough and think you're gonna be like that. I know I did. That was, like, a big flaw. So hunter spawn. Have that. I don't know if you guys can see it. We'll try to take a good look at it, but her finger does twitch for some reason. The one on her lap, like, look at her index finger, I think it is. You see how it's, like, twitching? Some people are speculating why it's twitching, like, they're wondering if it's alive, or if, like, somehow the dream is affecting this reality. And it goes, it's like a very small twitch right of the index finger. Now what we're gonna do is, let's give her the item. Let's give her the item first. We'll also be doing the Hunters DLC, I mean the Old Hunters DLC a little bit early. That is because there's some extra storyline that gets added. It's not storyline, there is some extra dialogue that gets added in. Right, in the regular game if you do that storyline. It's not much, but, you know, we will take a look at it.
Welcome. What is it?
Let's give it that moment.
Welcome. Very well.
We're still going to work on our skill.
Farewell, good.
I think he's going to tell me to go to the top of the chapel now.
The healing church.
Yeah.
Once guardians of the hunters. In the times of the hunter Ludwig. They worked and...
Yeah, he just wants me to go to the top of the church, guys. We already did that. Okay. Let's fortify our pistol. Oh, we already did that, so... I'm sorry. Let's do this first, right? Make sure you use this stone. Because you want that gem. Right, and basically... you guys have seen it before, but it just gives you HP regen. I like to have that in my offhand. Right? It's not much, but it does, you know, it's something. And we're not using our guns for damage, right? There are some builds, like Blood Tinge builds, for example, that will use their pistol a lot for damage. We're not, so we're just going to have it there. And that's why we have that little symbol, like, next to our health, that little green thing with the arrow going up. Which looks like an x-ray of our chest. With an arrow over our heart going up. That's what it looks like from here. And now we can go back to the abandoned old workshop. And we'll open all the gates here, and we'll send the rest of the we'll send the other people off to the. Did I ever go back to that lady and send her back in your Hargul? I didn't, huh? Crap. Well, we're here now. I don't think I sent Adela back off to the clinic. Yeah, I got sidetracked and started fighting Pearl, which my mistake, guys. There's our beast rune, we're not going to be needing that. Oh, we might go out if I win and go to Hamwick first too. That way we can start using the runes. Its defenses are shit, but I like it. Oh crap! Where did you hear me? You heard me. Uh-oh. The angle's off. This is bad. He's too strong. Oh, you guys are lucky. You guys are lucky. You don't understand. He was gonna go Shinakuma on me. Keep in mind, this is something I don't do a lot, but you can do your light attack into your heavy. He might be a little bit of an issue. Let's hope that this Molotov kills him in the first hit, because we only have one of them. That was close. Molotovs are affected by your arcane, by the way, so keep that in mind. Arcane is pretty low. I think he will die if you have like 8 or 9 arcane though, at least. So one Molotov should be able to do it for most builds. We are getting yellow arcane, so we need to get boosted. We'll get that later. Don't worry about that right now. We're gonna start opening stuff up. First things first, we'll get this open. Right. And then we'll run over here. And we'll get this open. Right. And then, why are they both walking towards each other like that? We need that gate over there open. That one. Yeah. Come on, guys. Oh, he got stuck between graves. There you go, so now we have all the shortcuts open. Nice. Everything is going against my plans right now. Okay. You can buy an item that opens the gate early, by the way, guys. I would advise against it. It's very expensive for no reason, unless you're trying to like skip a bunch of stuff. Open up. Unfortunately, we're never going to see any of these people. Remember, he does the opposite of what you say, right? So you have to tell him to go to Odin Chapel, and then he'll go to Yosef's clinic. So keep that in mind. He does the opposite of everything you tell him to do.
Yeah, sorry, too sharp for that bollocks. I know a superstition when I hear one. Outsiders, even their.
So he's gonna meet with a terrible fate. He's so good. I'm just trying to get good with that one with us. I never heard him say that before. Did you hear that? He said, "Where'd the beast go?" I think he had his sights on me too. You should that guy with the torch rallies all these people to him. Also, here's something interesting, guys. I'm sure you know this already, but you can hit this thing. He just has to be at the right spot. Right? He's weak to thrust attack as well. I didn't know he was gonna get one shot, but he's weak to thrust attack. I see an item over there. I kind of want to see what it is. It's probably just Quicksilver bullets, but we need all the bullets we can get. We need all the blood vials we can get. Okay. There is something else I want. I do want the monocular. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna go over there and grab it right now. I probably should though. But we'll go up and around. A lot of times I never even go over there at all during my playthrough because there's really nothing there, honestly, aside from the monocular. Wait, a whole lot of nothing. Except pain. Alright. And a lot of these are just my man's knowledge items on the floor. So you don't have to bother with it unless you really want the man's knowledge, guys, right? You really let me have it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're just making our way back to the cathedral. That's what we're doing. So So nobody's here, right? We're gonna grab one last thing before we wrap it up. Just because I remember it right now, right? There is a rune in here. Sometimes you'll see things just dying randomly for some reason. That's because they're walking on like unloaded parts of the map and just dropping off to their death. There used to be a lot of like exploits like that, but those don't exist anymore to my knowledge. And it's really like not worth the effort of making it happen a lot of the time. Form the Odin, and we want this little festival on. Guys, if you know, form the Odin. Max Quicksilver bullets up, +4. The Moon Rune, more echoes from slain enemies. Beast Rune, transformation boost. And max violence held. Right, these are the really low level ones, except for the Odin one, which is pretty good. But don't worry about that. And then we'll see if we can level up, and then we'll wrap the stream up from here. And I don't think I'll touch this character until like we do playthroughs, unless I really need some like some gems. I mean some shards. But we'll try to keep it as natural as we can. We shouldn't have too many issues as long as we stick to the path and the plan.
Very well.
So 1 point off from 25, not bad at all. And remember, once we do that, we're going to get our Vite up to 20. We're going to see how much life we have at around 20 or so.
Farewell.
And I do think that is it. Let's just check our twin Bloodstone shards. Yeah, I think I'm going to need about 8 of them. So that's gonna be next on the list. And I think I'll wrap it up here, guys. Once again, thank you guys for stopping by. It's a little bit of a longer playthrough, but hopefully this is a character we enjoy and we could keep, and I won't have to make him over for the millionth time. This is going to be basically a Rifle Spear build, guys. We're going to have 50 skill, that is the plan, 50 Vite. The rest is probably going to be dumped into strength just to like get a little bit more power out the weapon. We're going to first of all put a few points in like without committing, just to see if it gets some more damage out. And if not, then we'll just like start pumping up vitality. But it's going to be mostly skill, a little bit of strength, so that we can also have the Gatling gun and hold the cannon in our hand. And that is a plan. That's the plan, make it as strong as possible. So if you guys want to see more of that, come by tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching me there. There should be a link to my channel in the description of the video. Why don't you drop by and watch me live, guys? I would appreciate it. I'm trying to grow the channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And talk to you next time, guys. Have a great night. See you later. Later, guys.